Hello, welcome. I'm Miriam Larici.
I'm Leonardo Barrionuevo and welcome to this new video.
Yes, we're going to do a very good exercise that you can use to improve Ochos.
Back Sacadas, Molinetes.
Yes, and to improve your pivot.
Without further ado, let's do this.
Okay, let's work on this beautiful exercise. If you notice, we mark the floor in 3 points. I'm going to follow these lines during the exercise, and this is good for followers and for leaders. So we'll alternate with Leonardo doing a different point of view of the exercise. At first, I'll be on the left side, and doing an ocho, I will get to the center. When I go to the center, I'm going to fit together pivot, change body weight to my right leg, using the left to go front to the next point, fit together, and in this case, I will do a kick in front, just for the use of one embellishment. It could be this or it could be another one. Again, I will show this in very slow motion, all the details, and then we'll change the dynamic. Now, my right leg gets to the center, transfer, fit together, change body weight to my left, and I'll use the right to go to the next point to fit together and do the kick, in this case, with the left leg. Now, points to have in mind: pivoting, extending the leg. When you transfer weight, I will extend a little extra. So I point first, extend a little extra, and notice the shoulders. My right shoulder is very open, facing the bar. In this case, bar is in front. You can have a wall or you can have a chair. But the right shoulder in this case is very much facing the front, open. When I get to the feet together, I'm wearing this position and then pivot to the point that I'm facing sideways to my right with the hips, and I'm opening the left shoulder in this case. All the time I try to be square on the upper body, facing the bar or the wall or the chair, and extending the leg, in this case the left. Extension first. Later I will slide to get to the point and open the right shoulder to extend the right leg to do the front point or kick. The goal here is to feel the disassociation, right shoulder back, right leg front, to work in extreme position, to go to the feet together and start the pivot again. So we go to the center, opening the hips, in this case on the right side, so I have a good position on the foot, big toe on the floor, transfer body weight, feet together, front step, transfer body weight, pivot and shoulders position. So if you notice, we always do this. Legs first, leg front, in this case is right leg and right shoulder back. Or if we go to the other side, I have the left leg front and the left shoulder back. So we always counter body to keep that connection with your partner. That's why this is good for leaders and for followers. Now, I will change the speed a little bit. So let's balance on the right leg. Keep facing front very much, and let's do very extreme pivoting and counter body so you can really feel the disassociation. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will do a shorter step, so I will move a little bit to my right, and I will change the dynamic and the speed, always keeping this line. So shorter step with different dynamic. I will go 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. So I will syncopate when I go to the feet together, center position, faster rotation and body weight change to go to the front and do the kick. So again, this is shorter step, if you notice, keeping the same direction, the same lines, but shorter step. So I will try to go faster. Try with me. So we go with the left leg back. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3.
All right, now we are going to see another example. So far, Miriam was doing this in line. Now we are going to do it with a little diagonal line. Yes? So let me show it to you first, and then we're going to see the details. This is how it's going to work. I'm standing in one line, a little bit ahead, so you can see where the point is, and we're going to do this. 1 and 2, pivot. Pivot to come back, and 1, pivot. Basically, we are moving, for us, we are moving a little bit forward, yes? So there is not much disassociation as before. So follow me, we are going to do this. Body weight is on the right, and before we start, we need to angle, yes? Torso is facing front, engaging your core, pivoting, ankles together. Now we are going to go back. Diagonal back, but your torso remains always forward. Point to check. Don't let your right shoulder move forward. Try to keep it a little bit back, pulling back from your right shoulder blade. Now we are going to feet together. If you notice, I'm closing my knees. And now I'm going to pivot and angle. Right after the pivot is when we switch body weight. Tuck. Yes? Keep facing front, and we go left leg front. Now from here we're going to open the left shoulder in order to have momentum and pivot. Again, always facing front. Pivot, 1, you already know the figure, but just reviewing the technique. Feet together, pivot, front, and feet together. Pivot. Now here's the thing. Pivot again, and the more you can keep your arms steady, the better. So make sure we don't do a lot of movement with the arm. Keep your arms steady, engage your core, and we can pivot. 1, back. I'm pulling from my right shoulder, so I have momentum to pivot. Front, leg first, and feet together. Now let's go a little more continuous. Back, change, front, feet together. Back, change, front, feet together. Pivot, back, change, front, change, 1, change, front, feet together. Now we're going to work in a little faster pace, so it means that it'll be smaller, just like you did with Miriam, and we're going to keep this diagonal, yes? So instead of stepping in front of this cross, I will step a little closer in, yep? So here's the thing, and for this one, we are going to need pivot, but not as much as we did before, yeah? So let's go. Pivot, a little less than before. Back, if you notice, my knees are a little closer. Not completely close, but my upper thighs are getting a little tighter, so we don't need to extend the leg as much as we did before. So pivot, back, change, and let's go front. Remember, we don't need to get to the cross, and pivot again. Since it's faster, 1 and 2, together, 1 and 2. Together, we are not traveling as much, and we keep the upper thighs a little tighter. Yes? So we go 1 and 2, pivot, 1 and 2, pivot. I'm making an effort to keep every time that we fit together, the inside part of my foot together. And I'm stepping, if you can see from the front, I'm stepping with the internal part of my foot. Yeah? Pum, pum, rather than stepping flat, which opens a little bit our knees and it's not very nice. So always changing with the inside part of our foot, almost the big toe, and your knees are overlapping. That is one of the tips. Let me do this again, and let's do it together a little faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, torso front, 1 and 2, pivot, 1 and 2, pivot, last one, 1 and 2, pivot.
Okay guys, very good. You did very well. Now we're going to do another exercise and the angle change. If you notice, we change the marks. So in this case, I will be on my left side and I will start doing a back ocho with my left leg. So left leg will get to the center, in this case doing a backward ocho. So this is a good exercise for back sacada, for example, or deep backward ocho. Now I will rotate the torso, opening the right shoulder, transfer body weight, and when I get to the feet together, I will pivot to get now to the next point with the front step, front ocho, with my left leg. So from here, transfer body weight, I open the left shoulder to pivot again, and we can mark the kick or we can do a amagi. Now, on feet together, I'll pivot on this point, and now in this case I will do the back ocho with the right leg, going to the center. From the center, transfer body weight to pivot, and prepare the right leg to go front, sliding and getting to the next point in the back, doing like front ocho, moving backwards to pivot, and do the same with the left leg. So if you notice the rotation, the pivot, this association is a little more than before in the other two cases. In this case, we over-rotate, we rotate a lot. So it's a very good exercise to feel this moment, this stretching. I have the left leg back, right shoulder open. I'm facing very much to my back, to the bar or the wall or a chair. And then when you transfer and get here, not before, I'm transferring body weight totally to the back leg. This is my new axis center, and then I will pivot, rotate, step on my right to get the left leg ready to go. When I move the left leg forward for next step, I'm opening the left shoulder back in order to be square or facing the bar. So we go front with the left, transfer body weight to pivot, and rotate to the embellishment, amage or kick or shaft point. So one more time, pivoting the more I can, opening shoulders, body weight transferred, pivoting right leg front, transferred, pivoting again. So I go 1 and 2 and 3. 1, pivot, front and kick, back, pivot, front, kick, back, pivot, front and kick. Okay, now I will do shorter steps and try to get a little faster, but without losing the disassociation, okay? The rotation is the most important to get your training to a very nice back sacada, ochos, and all the figures that you use the pivot, okay? So I'll be again facing the bar, take the 3 points, I'll do shorter steps, so I'm moving a little more to my right, and I get the pivot, placing where is the center. This is the center with my left, so I go change front and let's do amague in this case. So I go 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Back together, front. 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 And amague. So be sure to get to the point, opening the shoulders, transfer body weight first, and then pivot, change body weight, send the leg without body weight. I'm just sending the leg, sliding. Get to the point before pivoting. I feel on my axis on the front leg, and then pivot and do the step, opening the shoulder. Axis first, transfer, axis, pivot, leg first without body weight, transfer, new axis, pivoting, and all over again. Very good, guys, great work. Perfect, you did very, very well. Now, enjoy the exercise. If you enjoy this video and all the videos we are uploading every week on YouTube, you have something to do for us, okay?
Yep. So make sure to subscribe, activate the bell notification, and smash that like button on YouTube so we can keep uploading new content. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, tango, tango, tango.
Yep.